I'm going to do two problems once. I'm going to do problem 10.26 on page 414 and 10.35 on page 415. Each one of them asks us to calculate a sample size, but one is for a mean and one is for a proportion. So I'm going to go to my Excel software, select chapter 10, and then select compute sample size. So I'll go OK. This is example 10.26. Because I'm already in Excel, I'm going to calculate the mean. It gives us the time and it gives us the values for the 5 observations. So you have the mean, have 3.5, 0.2, etc. I'm going to use the average function within Excel to find out the average. I'm also going to calculate the standard deviation. Now, to calculate the standard deviation, I'm going to use the function in Excel called stdev.s, which is the sample standard deviation. So I'm going to go OK. I'm going to select cells D6 to D10 and go OK. Now I'm going to populate the peach colored area for the mean. I could just type the numbers in, or I can just copy them over like this. The accuracy in this case is 5%. And the standard deviation, which you read down in column B, down to row 25, is 1.96. You need to do a sample of 14.11, which is actually more accurate than the solution manual. And so this is your answer for the question. You should actually round this up. You would actually do 15 samples, but when you go to enter the software in your assignment or your quiz, I believe it asks you for 1 or 2 decimal places. So just be careful with that. Enter the number that you see on the screen. The right or correct answer is 15. Now, under proportion, in example 10.35, in this case, Bob is observed working 250 times out of 300. So I'm simply going to put the formula in here. I'm going to take 250 divided by 300. The Z value, in this particular case, is also 95%. And the accuracy is 3%, which I have to enter in this one. It's a little strange that they've done it differently. And it's actually, you have to enter the accuracy as actually 0.03, not 3%. So the sample size you're going to get is 592.84, or actually 593. So that's going to actually give you a slightly higher than 95% value for your accuracy. And again, you're going to want it with a slightly different number than in the solution manual, but the tolerance will allow you to be within 2%, so you'll be fine in this particular case. And we're actually more accurate because we actually have, part of the reason for the difference is we actually have 0.83 repeating. In the solution manual, they have just 2 decimal places. So I'm going to modify this. And we get exactly the same number. But we're going to do the more accurate version. And you won't lose marks, because we have a 2% tolerance, as you may remember from class. So that's the answer for 10.35 and 10.26. So just be careful. Is it a sample mean or is it a proportion?